Hello YouTubers, my name's Glenn, M6GTV, and I hold a foundation licence in the UK, and I just want to have a quick chat and show you a demonstration of my new vertical antenna. It's the 4BTV Hustler vertical, and I've tried experimenting, and it recommends two ways. The company recommends two ways of actually installing this antenna. Now, majority of the time they recommend using radials, obviously a good earth. But what I've actually done, I've actually installed this antenna at height, and all I've done is run an earth via an earth stake into the ground, and it seems to be working for me. The actual radio is quite capable of actually tuning the antenna quite easily, and I've had some very good contacts as well. So I'll just walk outside now and actually there's my cat. I'll just show the actual antenna and show you the installation. I'm not sure if you can actually see that, YouTubers. So I suppose that's about 20 feet from the bottom, and what I've actually done, I've actually followed the recommendations from the manufacturers. So when you actually adjust the traps, the measurements, you can actually do it from a tower or from a pole like I've done, so it does give you the information to actually mount it high up. It's a bit top heavy, but it's when you're in limited space like I am, it's we don't want to see radials going around a small garden lawn and etc. So what I've done there, I've just put it up there, and as you can see, I've run an earth wire, and what I've done, I've actually come around here, and there's my earth there. It's going into, we're quite close to the seawall in Canvey, so the probably ground is pretty good for actually resonance for earthing. So we'll just flick the radio on there, and you can actually have a look at hello cat. You can actually have a look at the SWR. Excuse the mess in my shack. Okay, right, let's we're on 40 metre band at the moment. What I'll do, I'll key up and I'll show you if we can get it focused. There's no one actually on that band. I'll get it to, not sure if I can actually get it to actually focus now. You can see the power 10 watts and the SWR is 0. That's on the 40 metre band. We flick through, we'll go up to 20 metres. No one on there. Give it another go. So you can have a look at the graph. 10 watts, 1 to 1.5. 15 metre band. Zero SWR on that one. And a 10 metre band. 10 watts, 0 SWR. Okay, so the radio is quite capable of actually tuning that Hustler without running it through the tuner. The SWR is just under 3, which is obviously not ideal with most radios, but I know some of the newer radios, they're not really capable of they won't tune anything under 3 or over 3, should I say. But as you can see, it's working for me. Just kind of get that in focus. The antenna's pretty lively. We're pulling in quite a few stations.
from Boston in Lincolnshire. Boston in Lincolnshire. Over there on the wash.
Bit of vintage coming in there.
Pretty overcast here. It was pretty, well, it was more overcast earlier. And drizzling and not too warm.
Let's have a look on 20, see what's about.
Something with your audio, Liam. You've got a nice punch to your audio, but it's extremely clean, very impressive. Did you do anything over?
Sounds like obviously a Canadian or American station coming in now. This band's pretty quiet. Oh, that's... Looks like 10 metres is pretty quiet today. It's been a bit up and down recently. But as you can see, YouTubers, the antenna, 189 pounds. I think it's a fantastic antenna. Well, it's a very well made antenna. Let's put it back to. It's a very well made antenna. And it does work without radials. You can see it working. You can see I've keyed up and swirls, you know, 1-to-1 on some of the bands there. So it works for me. I'm not saying it couldn't work for anyone else, but you know, when you look on the web and when you investigate how the antenna should be set up, all they keep saying about is radials. I mean, the manufacturer says radials, but it can work without radials, as you can see. So there you go. I just thought I'd just sort of share that with you. Okay, thanks for watching, YouTubers. Been a pleasure, and I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope it's been pretty informative for you. Because, as I say, the antenna is a cheap antenna, and it gets you on all the most of the HF bands under 200 quid. And for me, that's very good value for money. Okay, thanks ever so much.